up, everybody, and welcome to the internet's only streaming service podcast. I'm your host, Adam Howard, along with Mr. Body himself, Ricky Ettinger.
Oh, what's happening? What's happening?
What's going on? What's new in the world of Ricky? As
You
I'm
knock something
throwing
over?
things. I knocked a pop vinyl over because I kicked my desk.
Um, so I did it. I went to the movies.
Oh, you did it?
Uh
Where'd you go?
Saturday we went to the Galleria. We went to
Oh,
the Regal at
in
the Galleria.
Buffalo?
Yeah. Um, I had to go out to Buffalo anyways. Um, I wanted to go check out this hobby store, and I had to go buy like face wash from the mall.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I was like, well, I'm already gonna be there. Let me see if my buddy Nick wants to go. Uh, So I get a hold of him, and he's like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I want to go see Tenet." And I'm like, "All right, well, I'm gonna be out there anyway, so let's go at this time." Um, there's probably like 5 or 6 other people in the whole theater, uh, which was really dope. But like before you even walk in, they give you like this rundown of like rules and shit. And one of them is you have to leave your mask on the whole time, which like wasn't a rule before, I guess, which seems ridiculous. Uh, but they're like, if you're eating or whatever, like obviously you can take it off. But if you're
Right.
just sitting there, like you got to keep it on or whatever. So I was like, okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it was me, my friend Dan, and Nick. We had the whole road to ourselves. There was a group of 2 in front of us. And those were like the only people that I saw really. We didn't see anybody else except when we were walking out. We saw like 2 other people. Um, but oh man, it was weird. It was such a weird experience. Like when we went in, so before they had Coke products, now they have Pepsi, which isn't like,
Oh, in the Regal?
yeah. So it's not like
Ugh.
that big of a thing. Yeah, but it was just like, it just seemed weird. uh, they still had posters up for like Onward and Invisible Man. Uh,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I was like, that's really fucking weird. Um, and the menu is like super small. Like obviously because there's nobody there, so what's the point of having all this stuff?
Right, right. Yeah.
Um, what else was weird about it? Oh, there was trailers. I didn't think there was going to be trailers at all.
Oh, what'd they show trailers for?
Um,
The old movies that are coming soon.
yeah, they they showed a trailer for Free Guy.
Oh, Ryan
Uh
Reynolds'
huh.
next movie, yeah.
So I thought that looked kind of cool. Um, shit, what was the other one? Oh, Dune,
Oh,
which looks
I just want to see that trailer in
oh,
the theater.
dude, it looks so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was. I think once there was 3 though. Um, but yeah, but Tenet was like, you didn't see it yet? Did you?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Damn it, Ricky.
I
Here I
do.
am thinking you're gonna be jealous by my cool Chronicon t-shirt, and you're like, Adam, guess what?
Wait till wait.
I did the coolest shit ever. I went back to the movie theaters. And I'm like, damn it.
Uh, it was really cool. It's like a cool. I don't think it was like groundbreaking, uh,
Well, yeah,
or like amazing. Like you know, what I mean, it's not.
it's not anything.
Yeah, it's still a movie. But it's a good ass movie. It's really confusing.
It's well, it probably doesn't help that it's been overhyped all hell, and people just want to go to the theater and see it.
Yeah, I could see why it didn't. It was never gonna be like revive the movie theater industry. It's not that insane. Like it's not.
Yeah, but it's Christopher Nolan, so everybody thought that's what was gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. But it's cool. It's a cool movie. I'm definitely excited for it to come out so I can watch it. Like, when you watch it again, you'll pick up on little things. You know what I mean that you would have never noticed. So that'd be fun to do. What have you been up to?
Um, not seeing Tenet in the movie theater. Not yet anyway.
Hmm.
I watched, oh shit, what did I watch? I watched Hocus Pocus for the first time.
Nice.
So I watched that. I watched and fell asleep during the original Dracula.
The, is it in
Um,
black and white? That one?
hmm yeah. Um, I watched something else. I don't remember what else I watched, but I feel like there was something else that I watched. I I haven't I've been meaning to, but I haven't gotten to the new Witches movie on HBO Max.
Oh, same, yeah.
Yeah. So that I've been like trying to get to, it doesn't happen. But oh, I also watched Call Me by Your Name. That was the other movie I watched
Call me by your name.
with Timothy Chalamet and Armie Hammer.
It sounds familiar, but I don't.
It came out like 3 years ago. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I recommend you check it out.
Call me by your name. I keep thinking of Your Name, the anime movie, which I know that's
Okay.
not it, but why can't I fucking think of Call Me by Your Name? That sounds so familiar.
It was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, won Best Adapted Screenplay.
Mm?
Um,
Okay,
that's about all I got.
but it's good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Dude, I watched a lot of movies.
Oh God.
If I gotta
Other than
remember them.
Tenet.
Other than Tenet, obviously. Oh, I watched new Borat. That was on Friday.
Okay.
Um, so Borat on Friday. Saturday we went and saw Tenet. Sunday. Um, what the hell else did I watch? Oh, that movie on HBO, Death Becomes Her. Have you seen that?
Oh, I think I know it. It sounds familiar.
Um, Bruce Willis is in it. Meryl Streep is in it.
Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar.
So it's an older one, but like for whatever reason, my Twitter, like it seems like everyone on my Twitter, has been talking about this movie like recently.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I just keep hearing about it, hearing about it, hearing about it. So I watched it. Um, it's whatever. it's it's fine.
Hmm.
Um, oh, I started watching Terminator: Dark Fate.
Oh, is that the most recent one?
Yeah, it's the most recent one. But I fell asleep,
Okay.
so I'll have to rewatch that. And then I watched The Haunting. I want to say it's. Have you seen Scary Movie 2?
Uh, I think that I've seen one of them. I think it's two.
It's basically like the whole premise for Scary Movie 2, where like, they're going to this house to like be part of like a sleep study. That comes from this movie.
Oh, okay.
Um, that one is also like whatever. It's I've seen scary movies so much that it's like that is the original version to me, even though this one is.
You're like, why'd they make it serious?
Yeah, so it's like, oh, this isn't cool because I know it's a joke later on or whatever. I think that might be it for movies that I've watched.
Nice, nice.
Oh no, just kidding. I watched Batman Begins last night,
Oh, gotcha.
which is surprisingly really good. I haven't.
It's
I
been a while for me too, yeah.
Yeah, I watched it when it came out. I remember we went to there was like this indoor soccer field in Rochester that we went to for like this youth group that I was in when I was like a little kid. Well, I guess I wasn't a little kid. I was high school maybe. Anyways, so I'm in this youth group. We go there and it's like we're staying the night. We're locking you kids in here. And so it's like, a bunch of fucking screaming kids running around like playing soccer and messing around. But then there was like this area where kids had brought like their sleeping bags and shit and were like actually trying to sleep. But they played it on like this giant like projector. That was the last time I watched it. So when I watched it last night, I was like, wow, this is actually surprisingly really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, but I recently read Batman Year One, and it seems like a pretty close adaptation to it.
That's dope.
Hmm. Which any comics fans highly recommend checking it out. I think it's on Comixology Unlimited or whatever the heck it's called. I want to say it's on there, but I'm not positive.
Okay. So it could be on there.
It could be on there. Um, but yeah. So this week is the last week of our Halloween Spooktacular. This episode comes out October 30th, and then a special surprise comes the next day. Um,
Some might say a scary surprise.
woo!
That poor cat. Wait, how many cats do you have?
Ew.
Is that the same one?
Nope.
Oh,
The one's over here sitting on the printer, and the one is now on the floor.
okay.
Um, but anyways, so the spooky tacular October, whatever we want to call it, our final movie we got was 1985's Clue. Now, couple interesting facts about this movie. Once my mouse is cooperating. So it came out in 1985. It was it's an hour and 37 minutes long, and it's directed by Jonathan Lynn, and it's adapted from the game Clue. Um, and it has a pretty good cast there. It's got Leslie Ann Warren as Miss Scarlet, Madeline Kahn as Mrs. White, Tim Curry is Wadsworth, Christopher Lloyd is Professor Plum, Michael McKean is Mr. Green, Martin Mull is Colonel Mustard, Eileen Brennan is Miss Peacock, Colleen Camp is Yvette the maid, and then Lee Ving as Mr. Body.
What a cast. What a lineup.
What a cast. Now, where do you want to start on this movie, Ricky? What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
Um. We can start. Okay, my overall for this movie, as everyone already knows, I fucking love it. This
Mm-hmm.
this is a great movie.
This is an amazing movie.
Yeah, I think everyone does a fucking great job. The comedic timing on everything absolutely kills me. Like,
Perfect.
yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, fuck, what's his name? The dude with the glasses.
Oh, Mr. Green?
Is it Mr. Green?
I think so.
Well,
Well,
him.
Christopher Lloyd's Professor Plum.
Yeah, so not him, and
Yeah.
obviously not the other guy, Martin Mull, not him.
Yeah. So it's got to be Mr. Green then.
Like immediately, every time something like, like it gets startled, he like throws his fucking drink. Kills me.
It's pretty amazing.
What is that cat doing?
Playing with the pull string of the lamp behind me.
That's great. I could just see him back there like
Just
pawing it.
Yeah. And this is why you should go check out Now Available on YouTube.
It's
Even though
more
the
of,
episode is what?
it's more of a visual show for sure. Even though it's just us sitting here and talking, there's always something going on.
But we have a lot more listeners like on like audio feeds than we do actual like
Oh, really?
YouTube.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right,
In
well,
total listens, last time I checked, we have like 56 over the whole show.
mhm.
And like it says an estimated audience size of like 6 listeners or something like that.
That's what's up. Shout out to those people. I love you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for listening every week. Share with your friends, comment on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Friendster.
Add me on MySpace.
At Ritz Khalifa.
I don't remember what my MySpace name is. It was something dumb. But back to the movie that we watched.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, the comedic timing for me is like the biggest thing about it. Did you read any trivia about the ending?
I read a little bit. What in particular are you alluding to?
So I always was under the not assumption. I don't think it was assumed. I was always told that the ending, the reason why there's 3 endings, is that in different cities they released the movie with a different ending, and then when it came out to home video or whatever, they put all of them together, and then the last ending is like the canonical, like the real
Right.
ending. Uh,
Yeah, I saw that too.
okay,
But they actually made a fourth ending that never made the final cut.
really?
I saw where it was what happens is Wadsworth is revealed to be the killer, and he reveals that since he wasn't the perfect husband or perfect something else, he was going to be the perfect murderer, and all everybody's champagne was poisoned. So by the time the
Oh.
police get there, they arrest him, and then he ends up escaping
Hmm.
in a police car. But the police car, the back seat's filled with dogs that like attack him or something like that.
Oh.
It's weird, and that's probably why they cut it.
Yeah. It's also very like the bad guy can't win at the end of the movie,
Right.
right? Uh. Oh, so I love that. I thought that like when I remember watching this like as a little kid or whatever, and just being like so confused by the ending. But I mean, like I would love it up until the end, and then I'd just be like, what is happening with all this stuff?
Right. Right.
Uh, but I mean, obviously I get it now. Did you see Knives Out?
No, I haven't seen Knives Out yet.
Okay, so I don't remember the ending of Knives Out. Oh no, just kidding. I do. I saw it in theaters, and I was hoping to God they were gonna do that. Like
Oh.
it would have been. It's the perfect movie for it. Like it's basically just like Clue. You know, you have
Right.
this crazy ensemble cast and a classic like who done it sort of like situation. They could have very easily put out 5 different endings, you know, in the big cities or whatever, and had everyone online going off about it. Uh,
Right.
it,
That would be cool.
oh my god. I mean, it would be awesome to see them do it again if they could somehow
Yeah, if
pull it
some
off.
movie could pull it off.
Yeah.
Well, I another piece of trivia that I was reading is that apparently a couple years ago Ryan Reynolds was supposedly signed on in like a reboot of Clue.
Oh.
So he's supposed to be like one of the main characters. I don't know who. Um, but that's what a rumor was a while ago. And at one point, Jason Bateman was attached to direct, and then that didn't end up happening. And yeah, that's pretty much what I saw from the facts. But I completely agree with you on all the like acting and comedic timing and stuff like that. And Tim Curry in this movie is probably one of my favorite performances by him. He's amazing.
He's so good. Like, oh my god, he really is something else.
Yeah, and like you said, Mr. Green's amazing, and then like the whole cast itself is pretty incredible.
Hmm.
Because the movie, if you haven't watched Clue, I don't know why you're listening to this. And you've kind of already been spoiled a little bit towards what the ending is. But Clue is the story of this group of people that goes to a mansion and they're all being blackmailed by Mr. Body. And at one point, the lights go out. Mr. Body is dead, and they have to figure out who did it and with what. Um, so basically, it's taking the board game and making it into a motion picture, which Hollywood likes to do with its properties.
They absolutely love it. Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's dude. Tim Curry is incredible. Um, I'm trying to think of what are your favorite parts of the movie?
I think the part where they're running back and forth from the kitchen to the study and stuff like
Oh,
that is is awesome. I like the it's during one of the endings where Tim Curry's like 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 or
oh yeah.
whatever he's doing. 1 + 2 + 1 + 2 or some whatever he's doing. That's really funny. I think honestly, yeah, when they're running back to the forth between the different rooms, I think that's my favorite, like one of my favorite parts of the movie. And
uh,
then,
yeah. I'll keep going.
how
Sorry.
about you?
Oh, I was gonna say, I think some of my favorite bits are like him always throwing the drink, uh, like which is from like early on. There's that one scene where Tim Curry is like yelling. He's standing in the doorway, and you can see the candlestick above the door, and he's just like yelling and yelling and yelling and like whatever. He's like
I'm
giving his
shouting. I'm not shouting. Okay,
yeah,
I am shouting.
he's giving his speech or whatever, and the fucking thing falls like and just lands perfectly on his head. For whatever reason, absolutely crushed me. I'm screaming in here watching this shit.
That part's really great too. I think that's around the time where they're running to the different rooms, or it might be at the ending. One of the
I think there
somewhere in there.
was. I think it's when they first find. It's where Mr. Body comes out of like that one doorway when they open him up, like they open the door
And he falls.
and he falls out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh. uh. What's his name? Professor Plum. Christopher Lloyd.
Hmm.
I at first I didn't realize that was him.
I know, like the first time I watched the movie, I wasn't really aware of who Christopher Lloyd was.
Mm-hmm.
And then like rewatching it recently, I'm like, holy crap, it's Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. When yeah. So again, like when I first watched this movie, I had no idea who. Yeah, exactly. Who he was or like his significance in like Back to the
Hmm.
Future and shit. Uh. But even in this, when they first show him in the car when he picks up Miss Scarlet, I'm like, he sounds familiar, but who the fuck is it? And it wasn't until they like get up to the house is when I realized who it was. I was like, oh shit, that's awesome.
Right. He's also in the Addams Family movie, like the live action like two that they did.
Oh really?
He plays Uncle Fester in it.
That's another one. I haven't seen that in so long.
I rewatched the first one a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
But other than that, yeah, I haven't seen the second one in a long time.
The only part about that movie that I can like picture in my head is Christina Ricci, like just her, like, cause she's all over the internet, like that's still like a thing. Her is Wednesday,
Hmm.
but that's it. That's it. That's my only touchstone for the fucking movie.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, back to the movie we actually watched. Yeah, like you said, there's so much like good, like funny, really funny stuff in this movie. Like all the quick like banter and stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
there's a lot that you can miss the first time. Um, yeah, there's one of my like favorite lines in the movie is it's very similar to like the way Caddyshack ends, where like all the cops come in and Mr. Green's like, I'm going home to sleep with my wife. Because like the thing is that he's supposed to be blackmailed for being gay.
Hmm.
Because this is set in the 50s or so, I think.
There, there's a one scene with him where they go back into that room, into like the study or whatever, and uh, Wadsworth is breaking it down for everybody. He's like breaking it down, and everyone's sitting down or they're going to sit down, and he goes to sit next to somebody, and then someone takes the spot. He goes to sit on the other couch, somebody takes the spot. He just like gives up and he goes to like kind of sit on that like bar, like the like tray, and then it fucking flips over. Like he can't catch a break. I that ending with him. I don't know.
That's
That's so funny.
yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty great.
Stupid ass movie. I
This what were you say?
Oh, I was gonna say I think the only thing I don't like about it, and it's just like a product of its time, but like uh how I don't even know how to explain it. Like not demeaning, but just like how they are toward the women.
Right.
Yeah, like they're I don't know. That's clearly like a sign of the 80s. Like that was yeah, one it was cool in the 80s and then even if the movie's set in like the 50s or whatever, like it was cool then
It's
too.
right.
Uh
Yeah, where there is that difference now.
yeah, but that was literally the only thing I didn't like about it. Everything else I thought was great.
Right. Yeah, this movie honestly is I think one of probably up there in one of my favorite comedies. It's so good and just like for a fun time you just put it on and watch it.
Mhm. Yeah, cuz you don't really need to know there's no like, you need to know this lore, you need to know how Clue the game works or you know what I mean? Like
Right.
there's no there's no barrier to entry. It's very easy to
Right, yeah.
watch.
Yeah, you just turn on the TV and and go.
Just
Any
flip it
any
on.
good old day of the week.
Yep. This is a very any
As
time.
long as long as it's Thursday night before the now available episode comes out.
Yeah. Don't watch it after you've watched this.
Yeah. Then there's no point. It's been covered.
It's been yeah. We already
Yeah,
went
you
over the
don't have to,
best bits.
yeah, you don't need to know anymore. It's just fluff.
Uh yeah, oh,
I
damn
al-
it. I just had something, I forgot what it was.
I also like where they're like locking the people in the or like the cop and stuff like that, locking him in the lot or the billiard room
Uh-huh.
where they just keep locking the door and he's like, "Hey, how do I get out of here?"
And
And like all that different stuff that happens.
they let him out and he's like trying to find he's like, what are in those two rooms? And he's like, you don't want to see. Like, you don't want to see it. It's bad. And then they open it up and it's just like what's it Martin Mull pretending to make out with the dead cook.
Right.
What's her name's making out with the other dead guy, and they go into the opposite room. The
And
one
it's
dude
the
is
same sort of stuff.
yeah, same thing. I don't like when I was watching. I thought it was so funny because they were all there when he opened up the door and he showed like the cops saw them all at once. So it was like he's already seen these people, and now they're in these rooms doing this shit. Not like they had already been doing it, and then the cop comes in. I thought that was funny.
Right.
Stupid dude. It's something else.
Dude, it is something else. I think it's an awesome movie. It's pretty great. Do you have any more you'd like to add on it? Because I think we've covered some of the greatest stuff in the
Yeah,
movie.
it's hard to like. Yeah, when there's nothing wrong with the movie, it's hard to be like critical of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was I forget what other movie it was like this for, but it was just like da and we're like, okay.
Yeah, because there's nothing to complain about really. The only thing that I could complain about was like the way that they talked to some of the girls. But even then, it's like when they first meet, what's her name, Devette or whatever, the maid, and she has
Hmm.
like that very classical
Like the
French
French maid
maid,
outfit,
yeah,
yeah.
French maid outfit. Everyone stares at her chest, and like that's like a bit for a minute. But it's still funny because it seems like they're all so caught off guard by it.
Right.
Where now it wouldn't be like you wouldn't even second guess it. Like it would just be a thing. It wouldn't be a thing. It would just be like okay, whatever.
Right.
So, but it makes sense for like their time period or whatever. But yeah, other than that, there's really not. There's nothing else for me to be like, oh, I didn't like this. I didn't like this CGI or whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, this is probably gonna be one of our shorter episodes if I'm guessing right.
We can.
Yeah,
Wait. Do you have any other trivia or anything like that?
not really. My big piece of trivia was, like you said the thing about the different cities, and then the other ending that was cut. Other than that, that's pretty much what I've got for it.
Uh,
Yeah, so we both really like the movie, so now we're gonna take a journey over to our one of our closing segments for the show, or one of our segments for the show. We're gonna go to the rankings. So for those of you
whoa.
unfamiliar with now available, each and every week we take the movie we watched and we split it up into three different categories. We break it down by the streaming service we watched it on, the year we watched it in, and then do an all-time list. So you can find Clue on Amazon Prime, which we've already visited twice. So number two for Amazon Prime is Catherine Upside Down, and number one is Labyrinth. Ricky, where would you like to put Clue on this list?
I'm gonna have to say I like this better than Labyrinth. I had more fun. Um.
I'll, yeah, I second that.
Okay.
This movie's, I think, from top to bottom, more fun than Labyrinth, as well as more digestible.
Mm-hmm.
Because Labyrinth is such like a weird movie where you have to be in some sort of like weird, like not weird, but like some sort of state of mind to watch it. Where I feel like Clue is good for any mood, no matter kind of
Yeah, if
what you're
you're
looking
if you're having
for.
a shitty day or something and you come home and you're like, you know what, I just need to unwind, I need to relax, I need to have a good laugh. You're not putting on Catherine Upside Down and you're not putting on Labyrinth. Like it is of the if you had to pick between the three. Yeah,
Yeah,
I totally agree.
for sure. So now that the ranking for Amazon Prime goes Catherine Upside Down at 3, Labyrinth at 2, and Clue at 1. Next up, we have if this image will load.
The
Here we
cats are going
go.
crazy in the background.
They are going ham. They're on the piano.
How much was this movie? Did we look up how much it was made for?
That we did not check. I think it was. I know it didn't make back its money.
Oh my
Oh
god,
wait,
yeah, it
yeah.
didn't.
So it was budget of 14.6 million, box office or no, budget of 15 million, box office of 14.6 million.
How is that possible?
Oh, other fun fact. This is produced by Deborah Hill. Ricky, do you know where else Deborah Hill is a producer? Hang on.
They're taking that light with them.
Annie's sure gonna try it. August somehow turned on the keyboard. Why did I think this was a good idea?
Who's that?
August, let go.
Was it
There we go.
Deborah Hill?
Deborah Hill. Do you know what other big time movie she's produced on, or who her collaborator slash husband was at one point? I think they're divorced now, but
Is this somebody I should know?
yes,
I don't know. Who
I
is it? I bet you. Go ahead. Who is it?
she was. I don't know if she still is, but I believe she is still married to John Carpenter.
Oh shit.
So she was one of the producers and writers of Halloween, The Fog, Escape from New York, and movies like that. So she's got
Interesting.
some big film credits there. But uh
Big name film star.
go yeah. Going back to our rankings, as everybody can see on the screen if they're watching it on YouTube. Um, so 2020 film rankings, as of right now, number 8, Catherine Upside Down. Number 7, Conan the Barbarian. Number 6, White Mile. Number 5, Taxi Driver. Number 4, The Prince of Persia. Number 3, Scoob. Number 2, Labyrinth. And number 1, Haunted Mansion. Now, Ricky, where are we thinking about putting Clue for 2020?
I love looking at this list. It's it's so fucking funny to me because like nobody could make this list. You know what I mean? Like
No.
like it's so funny to me. Hey, what are the best movies you watched in 2020? Haunted Mansion, White Mile, like I don't know, it's
Prince
so
of
funny.
Persia,
Yeah, it's funny to me.
Catherine Upside Down.
Um I like this one. I like this one the best, honestly.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. We're gonna put it at number one, a new number one,
The newest number 1.
the newest number one. So that will put us at number 9, Catherine Upside Down. Number 8, Conan the Barbarian. Number 7, White Mile. Number 6, Taxi Driver. Number 4, Prince of Persia. No, I got mixed up somewhere in there. So 9, Catherine Upside Down. 8, Conan the Barbarian. 7, White Mile. 6, Taxi Driver. 5, Prince of Persia. 4, Scoob. 3, Labyrinth. 2, Haunted Mansion. And number 1, Clue. And I assume that we are going to copy this for our, if I can find it.
You'll get there. You'll find it. You
Yeah.
can do anything.
Our all-time list once it lets me decide. There we go. Go live. There we go. Yeah, so as of right now, all-time list remains the same as the 2020 list. I assume we're putting Clue at the top.
Yes. I
Yes.
would be all
So
right with
Clue
that.
is number one on that list. If you need to hear what the list is again, go back a couple seconds and rewind, and you'll be all good.
You did say it 2 times, so if you go back.
Yeah. So you get the picture. But now for our closing segment, as we do each and every week, for the new listeners of Now Available, each and every week, except during Halloween, we turn to Real Good Roulette to choose our next film that we will watch. We spin the wheel 3 times, unless it's a documentary or something we've seen before, then we spin again. And out of those 3, we choose one film. We watch it, and then we come back next week and let you know what we think about it. So, Ricky, you ready for the wheel spin?
Yes, sir. What platform is it this week?
I figured we go back to Netflix.
Start from the top.
Start from the top.
Okay.
And number 1, Two Graves.
2 graves. What the
Margaret Margaret Powers, a middle-aged, middle-class doctor of pathology, seeks a path of vengeance when she captures and tortures the young. Something or other.
Oh, okay.
So 2 Graves. Then Stree.
Stree.
Set in the town of Chadiria, Stree is based on the urban legend of the nail bar that went viral in something.
Okay, perfect.
Mala.
And Mala.
When a rowdy Shiva's world collides with the heart of a demure Esthas whose family has just moved into the something or other.
Okay. So 3 heavy hitters.
Something like that. Why couldn't we get something from this row here?
Yeah, no, look at that top row. Wow.
I really somewhat want to spin again.
I mean, it's our first. It's gonna be the first week back onto Netflix. Spin it again.
Spin it again.
Double or nothing.
The Runner with Nicolas Cage. Are we going for it?
I'm down to go. What's the runner about?
In the aftermath of the BP oil spill, an idealistic but imperfect New Orleans politician, Nick Cage, finds his plans.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's no
Okay.
Ghost Rider, but all right.
Okay, so next week we're watching The Runner on Netflix. So come back next time and you can join us on this wonderful and wild journey that we call Now Available. Now,
It is.
Ricky, where can all these lovely people find you?
At Ritz Khalifa on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch,
And formerly TikTok.
and yeah, and the artist formerly known as Ritz Khalifa on TikTok.
You can find me at Howard AK88 on Instagram and Twitter, as well as Starroom Studios for your latest updates on the podcast, as well as your Ricky Ettinger deep fakes.
The fucking deepfakes are getting ridiculous.
Until next time.
For she's a jolly good fellow? Question mark.
See you later, folks.